Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. Today we're going to go over the Jazz versus Lakers Game 2. Now, the Jazz are short-handed without Okur and Kirilenko. And I got to tell you, without Kirilenko to guard Kobe, they're in for a world of pain. There doesn't seem to be any answer or any adjustment they can make that will stop the offense from scoring.
The biggest weapon the Jazz have is Carlos Boozer, but in the post, he's really not going to have success against the Lakers and their big men. Here, he gets a shot blocked twice. I don't think he's used to this at all, and you can see his expression right here. Looks pretty helpless to me. But Boozer's a tough guy. He takes him outside this time. Here is where he's going to do some damage, but it's not a great recipe to shoot outside all the time. Now, this is where the Lakers are dangerous. When Odom gets a rebound and goes coast to coast, nobody can stop him. The Lakers defend Williams by dropping Odom down to stop the drive and leaving Boozer alone. But they're going to have Gasol come over and help out on Boozer, and then they rotate over. They're so tall that they cause severe problems and Boozer can't finish. Lakers fans know what's coming, the obligatory Fisher drive and miss to the basket. Why not pull up? Doesn't matter though. They don't have Okur to play defense against Bynum, so he's just going to turn and shoot over Boozer. So here's the thing, the Jazz seem to not want to double Kobe in the post, and that's going to kill him because Kobe will either have his way or they can get long rebounds because they're so long. It must feel very helpless to the Jazz. Whenever Farmar comes in, the other team's point guard will always attack him and go to the basket, but that's not Price's game. To adjust, the Jazz decide to double Kobe as soon as he starts to dribble the ball. So they have Millsap come over to double, which is fine, but the problem that here is that Price inexplicably decides to go double too, even though his man is one pass away. And this is what happens. Now no one's there to help on Jordan, and he nails a three-pointer. Now here they're going to double team Kobe again when he starts to dribble the ball, which is okay. Millsap's going to come over, even though his man's cutting. I'm not a fan of that because usually Lamar would get the ball back for a layup, but it doesn't happen that way. But here's why we want to get the ball in the post, if you ever wondered. It's because players like Korver will turn their head to see where the ball is and not see their man. Boom, his man cuts to the baseline, Kobe nice pass, layup. Here's why it must feel futile to Utah, because they need a bucket, they want to go to a Boozer in the post, but look who's guarding him, Bynum. So Miles is left to take a long three with 15 seconds on the clock. Terrible offense. So the Lakers keep running the ball to Kobe in the post because the Jazz can't stop it. Now, Millsap's going to come over, but he's going to start walking over and not very committed. And then he points out who should guard his man. I think it should be Boozer coming over and then Korver sinking and filling. But instead, Korver kind of tries to make it over there, and it's way too late, and they get a layup. Utah's other problem is the Lakers are so big that they can switch this cross screen with Bynum and Odom and not lose a thing. I have to tell you, Odom is a great luxury to have. So they swing the ball around, and they end up getting a shot. Odom is hustling his butt off to cover everybody. And they make the shot, but boy, that's a tough shot to make. And here, Boozer is forced to guard Bynum in the post, and it's just not going to happen for him. The biggest problem I see is they're not really committing to the double team. Millsap kind of waltzes over there at the end, and all that does is let one of his man tip slam the ball. Now, they're all laughing because either one, Odom or Bynum, would have gotten that tip slam.
So there you have it, folks. The Lakers are hammering the Utah Jazz. Kirilenko might help, but I still think you're going to have to double team Kobe aggressively before he starts dribbling the ball. Get it out of his hands and make the other Lakers beat you. Now, on the Utah's offensive side, the Lakers are doing a terrific job of taking away passes, and Utah doesn't seem to have any other options off of their offense. So it's a recipe for disaster for Utah. Maybe they'll get a game. Maybe they'll get two, maybe. But Utah, I just don't see it. They're too short, and they don't have enough personnel. Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks for tuning in to B-Ball Breakdown, and stay tuned for our next in our series of the NBA playoffs.